So Roger, we've got ourselves a cedar fence with some pretty beefy posts, a finial up on top.
Cedar rails and cedar boards with a nice little cap on the top.
In pretty good condition. I mean, it's weathered, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it's pretty, the gate's pretty solid, but down here, look at this. You got a little sway in your fence.
Wow, that is a lot of play. So something is going on down beneath.
Rot, I bet, 10 to 1. You ready?
Let's go.
Take a look here.
Oh yeah.
That's not good. We got to replace that post. So I went down to my local fence company looking for matching posts, and I found them. You can see these are cedar posts with a finial on the top. The holes line up with the exact rails we have, so they're perfect. Now you look at this post here, it looks brand new.
Right.
What I actually did is found these in a leftover pile. They're already weathered. They look just like the fence. The new one was $50. The old one I found out in the yard was $20.
Less money and the look we want. That's great.
A perfect match. Now, the first thing we have to do is remove the old post, and we don't want to take the whole fence apart. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to draw a couple of lines, and then I'm going to have you take the circular saw and make a cut. Here and here, we're going to take out that piece of wood and release the rails. By cutting the post above and below the rail, we're going to release the rails so that they can swing out, and then we can work on the post. Now we'll just bang out the pieces of the post with a hammer. Kevin, let's check the other side to see if there's any screws going through the post and into the rails.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a couple top and bottom. Now I'm just going to slide these two 2x4s underneath the fence to give it something to rest on when we take it apart. All right, Kev, you all ready?
Yep.
We're going to do it, just take it, slide the whole section out, bring it out.
Oh!
How bad was that, huh? That was pretty rotted, huh?
Yeah, that thing's gone.
I got to be honest with you, in most cases, they don't break off like that, and you can slide the whole post out. Now we got to dig around and get that rotten piece out of the ground.
I got the shovel.
All right, I want you to throw everything on the top. Call me when you get that dug out, all right?
Oh.
Let's dig around it a little more, and we'll get on each side, Kevin, and see if it'll pop like an old tooth.
Ouch.
You ready? Coming. There you go. You got it? Good job.
Number 3 bicuspid.
All right, Kevin, now with a post hole digger, I want you to open that hole up and see if you can go any deeper. Now, Kevin, that pink line is attached to the base of the finial, and it runs up to this post up here and is attached at the base of the finial. And that's going to give us our height line where we want to set this post. So we're going to set it in the hole.
Let me get this onto the front side so we can see it.
How's that look?
Down a little bit, but it's kind of loose in there. Ooh, that is, well, a little more.
One more. All right.
Perfect.
All right, Kev, go around the other side.
Okay.
Now we're going to lift up, slide that in the bottom.
Yep.
All right, let's line up the mid one.
Yep, middle one's in.
Okay, I'm going to push this in good and tight.
Yep.
Okay, now we're ready for the next section. Now I'm going to tip this back to you as far as I can. Tip it down a little.
Ooh, a little more.
Can you just tap that over to me a little bit? There you go. Line up the middle one.
Middle one's there.
Okay, now we're going to start tipping up to me.
And top one's gonna go.
Okay, stay right there for a second. All right, how's that look?
Pretty good.
Coming down here?
There. Yep, a little more. Yeah.
Okay, now we just got to plumb it up. All right, Kevin, take that bottom a little to me. Once more. Perfect, hold it. Let's grab the buckets of gravel and put them around the post. The leading cause of rot in these posts is excess moisture. So what we're going to do to try to extend the lifetime of this post is to put some 3/4 stone in the bottom of the hole for drainage. All right, Kev, you just pack it in with this 2x3. All right, Kev, that should be good. Now we're going to use some graded base, and we're going to pack that around the post, and that's really going to hold it in place. Kevin, this mixture of 3/4 stone and stone dust is gonna drain, but it's really gonna hold the post in place. Beautiful. Let's take the other bucket and put it on the back side.
Just pin these rails to the post.
Kev, I filled in the top 6 inches of the hole with loam. We're all set.
Let's see.
How's it feel?
We are more than all set. That's not going anywhere. Nice job, Roger.
Thanks, Kev.